Hi, I'm Jeff Henley. I'm chairman of the board of Oracle Corporation and on the board of governors for the Boys and Girls Club of America. One of the primary missions that we've got in the next 5 years in the Boys Club nationally is to help the public schools and parents significantly increase the graduation rates. Many kids have some degree of a learning disability, some mild, some severe. And a lot of our kids that are coming to our clubs are not being treated properly. The parents don't understand that there is a problem, or if they know there's a problem, they don't know how to fix it. And so I've been searching for a low-cost way to really help kids change the foundation of their learning, which is basically to be able to pay attention, to grasp information quickly, and it all gets down to really basically reprogramming kids' brains. And there are actually computer-based tools today that are inexpensive and that can actually do a great job of this.
It's difficult as a parent when you know your child has the ability and the capability, but they're not, it's just something's not totally clicking and it's more effort than it really needs to be. It's hard to watch your child have a difficult time. I would do anything to help my kids become who they are really meant to be. And I feel like this was a program that's not heard about very often. Not very many people know about it. And I'm really, really fortunate and happy that we were able to participate in it. I feel like our children's lives are changed because of it. It's not something that I personally could have really help them with just as a parent on my own. I just feel very fortunate that I was able to come across Sherry and her programs.
Hello, I am Adam.
And I'm Kara Barrios. I was Adam's first and second grade teacher. And I'm really excited to see the changes that have happened with Adam and the progress that he's made. In first and second grade, he had a really tough time. As a teacher, we had a lot of specialists working with Adam, RSP specialists and OT, occupational therapists coming into the classroom. And we tried lots of things like having him sit on a ball and a disco seat, and we tried slant boards to improve his penmanship and different routines and cue cards. He had a little menu of cards, and we tried different behavioral systems. You could see underneath it, Adam was just such a smart boy, and he would come into the classroom with this remarkable knowledge and this great brain, and I could see that he was learning things outside the classroom, and I felt really sad and frustrated because I was trying all these things in the classroom and I just didn't feel like he was learning from me.
Ever since I started school, I didn't even know that I wasn't doing very well until I started improving in third grade. When I do the metronome, it made me feel a lot stronger and more focused, and it made me better at everything.
The big changes in Adam, we see a lot more focus and just accessing the intelligence that we know has always been there and the ability to do those things. So congratulations for all your hard work.
Thank you. And my best subject, when I've improved in most, was oral language in speeches. Last year in third grade, I did a speech on Jacques Cousteau, and my class picked me and another student from the class to recite my speech in front of every third and fourth grader in the multi-purpose room.
He didn't have very good language skills. His reading skills were very, very low, almost non-existent. His writing and spelling were very, very poor. And he just had lost the will to try. He didn't care. I think he was scared. I think his self-esteem was very low and confidence level was non-existent. After he had started at Hardy, we started to notice his just perking up and feeling like he actually wanted to do the work and putting some effort into it. Going through the metronome program, Wilson reading, the improvement we saw over the year was amazing, and his confidence and self-esteem blossomed throughout the whole year.
One marvelous thing about Carlos, he is one of 4 students that have actually been mainstreamed out of special ed and are now into a general education classroom. An exciting thing about Carlos this year is that he was chosen for valedictorian. He is now a peer helper with some of the other struggling students. So now that he's overcome his own inabilities at the time, he's now able to help those who are struggling like he was before, and an inspiration not only to the adults but to the other students as well.
Before and after Hardy, I've seen the change. He was flunking out of high school. In fact, we're told that he wouldn't be held back for an entire year. So obviously there had to be changes made in some way, shape, or form. We didn't want him to be held back. And knowing Matt as we do, it wasn't a matter of IQ, it was a matter of his situation as an ADD kid. And it needed to be dealt with in a manner much different than your public high school or even your private high school would deal with. The changes have been, pardon me, but biblical. In terms of grades, he was flunking out, and after the first semester he was making straight A's, and even in the classes he hates, like math, he hates that. English, he hates that. But he's tearing them up. He's making all A's.
He now believes in himself where he never thought he would go to college. Now he's looking forward to going to college, and he's just completely changed.
But also he's not on his medication anymore, right?
No, it's not, doesn't need it.
And before, in order to study, he had to be on his medication.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't sleep. And if your child has ADD and he's been on medication, he doesn't eat, and very much underweight, and now I don't believe he's had medication since we started, has he?
No.
I've seen his self-confidence change. I've seen his demeanor towards other people change. I've seen his maturity as a young man grow from not really caring about helping around the house, not being very respectful to his mom, but going to be, I guess I just call a good young man.
And in April of this past year, Adam was tested in school for his triennial exams through special ed, through his IEP. And even with a broken leg and missing school and having 3 surgeries, Adam tested out of special ed. He tested up into the superior range on math, and above average in English, and above average in occupational therapy with a broken leg. And he didn't qualify for special ed anymore. I met with the principal last week and to go over Adam's file, since he's not in special ed anymore. And she was so excited when I walked in, she couldn't wait to show me his STAR exams. He tested advanced for STAR exams, and she wants to test him in to put him in the gifted program at school. So here I have this little boy a year and a half ago who could barely read at a 1st grade level. And now he's reading at grade level 5. You know, he's going into 4th grade. And I'm not worried about him anymore.